Hey guys, what's up, Star Spring? Today I am back with another video. Today I want to talk about one of the newly eroded cards in Duelist Saga, and that's Rescue Cat. And Rescue Cat, of course, is that level 4 little beast monster that we all know and love, but I never actually got to interact with this card because it was banned before I ever got into Yu-Gi-Oh!, so I never really got to see what it did. But being someone who played Rescue Rabbit in the Dino Rabbit deck, I kind of was always intrigued by Rescue Cat's existence. Now, that got me thinking, what deck can Rescue Cat be used in now? Because, I mean, it was good back in the day, but nowadays, would it be too good? And I thought of a deck that it would be pretty good in. That's Raccoons. Raccoons are the little level 2 beast-type guys who came out in Shadow Specters. Their deck was pretty good. And Rescue Cat's just a good tech in that deck, I think. So I wanted to go over the deck I built on Yu-Gi-Oh! Pro and show you guys what I got. Yeah, so I'm on Dev Pro now. Again, sorry for the webcam. I'm getting a new one soon, but I'm on Dev Pro now, and I want to show you guys the deck that I built for this. Now, first, at the time, I didn't really realize that this was not the only beast type level 3. So if you these two looked pretty nice out of the other ones I could pick out. But other than that, let's go through the deck. Let's go through the deck. One, I have the one Rescue Cat, obviously, whose basically its effect reads: you can send this card to the graveyard. It's supposed to summon 2 level 3 or lower beast-type monsters from the deck, but their effects are negated. That's the erratic part. Also, they're destroyed in the end phase. You can only activate the effect of Rescue Cat once per turn. I think that's also a part of the errata. But what this allows you to do is basically make an instant, really any of these guys except like Trish, Goyo, and Darkion, but it does help getting those out. Well, and like Junk Warrior, and Frozen Fitzgerald. But basically, I run Junk Synchron because he can get your guys out of the grave and sink into something, really any of your 5s except Natura Beast, but it can also go into like Junk Warrior and Frozen Fitzgerald. Junk Warrior is always good because you have a bunch of rank 2s or level 2s so you can get him up to a high level. And then I run Mind Mole. He was a level 3 I chose. Not actually bad in this deck the way you run it. You draw a card if it's used for a Synchro Summon for a Beast type card monster. Sorry, and once per turn it can't be destroyed by battle, so why not? Then I run the Fabled Cerberol. It's a good card when it's discarded, so I'll summon it. I think that's good. It's level 2 tuner, which helps a lot. 1 Wind Up Kitten came in handy. Its ability to pop cards is nice. Triple of Pompoko. Pompoko basically, when it's normal summoned, it's supposed to summon one of your level 2 beasts from deck face down, which is a little annoying because you summon him face down, but then you have this vulnerable, so that's something I've never really used this deck before, so it was something I found a little annoying. Then I run triple of Tantan. Tantan's amazing. Supposed to summon one level 2 from your deck when he's flipped. It's pretty nice. Then for the Mystical Beasts of the Forests, I run 2 of the deer and 2 of the bunny. The deer's name is Valorifon, and the bunny's name is Calantosa. Basically, the deer has the effect where you can discard a card, target a level 2 in your grave, and summon it. You can target the one you discarded, but you had to make sure you had one in grave first. I didn't think about that one time. That's helpful for getting out more beasts on board. And Calantosa, when it's supposed to summon by the effect of a beast-type monster, target one card in the field to destroy it. That comes in handy so much. Then I run 1 Key Mouse. It's tuner, because you need more tuners. You have this guy, Junk Synchron, Fawn, and Key Mouse, and its effect lets you search for a level 3 or lower beast. I wish it was 4 lower, that would be amazing. But yeah, this lineup allows you to go for some pretty good extract plays, which I thought was really handy. For the spells, I run 1 Regeki, double Ares Rock Sunrise, basically a monster born for beasts, and it lowers the attack of all your opponent's monsters by 200 for each beast in your grave. Then I run 1 Soul Charge, triple Obedience School. This is basically, if you control the monster, it's supposed to summon 3 level 2 or lower beasts from your deck with different names. The effects are negated and they're destroyed in the end phase. You can only supposed to summon beasts for the rest of the turn. This comes in handy so much, like, I'll tell you. Because you can activate this, get out all those cards out, then you can also normal summon still. So you can normal summon, go into a big card. Kind of wish Trish was beast. No, but you can go into, like, a few. You can go into, like, Natura Beast, and that's about it. And then you can go into Fabled Unicorn. But you can also go into Ronin Raccoon, that's his name, yes, and Dayu. So that's helpful. And then I run 1 Monster Reincarnation, basically to get your Rescue Cat back. 2 Gold Sark and 2 Magical Mallet. This probably wouldn't be in the real deck, or maybe it would be. I don't know, probably not though. I was using this just to get Rescue Cat to my hands so I could use it for the combo. Magical Mallet doesn't hurt too much because sometimes you'll get cards that you just don't really need, but it's theoretically a -1, so it's not the best. Then I run 2 Twin Twisters because it's Twin Twisters and it does help. And you sometimes need to get one of your level 2s in Grave so you can use it with the deer. Then for traps, I run 1 Quaking Mirror Force, 2 normal Mirror Force. I just found that clearing the board would be a lot more helpful. 1 Deep Prison, I have no idea why, and 2 Solemn Strikes. And then on the extra deck, that's just 40 cards. The traps are mainly there just to keep their board small because all my guys are babies. Then for the extra deck, I run 3 of Rodent Raccoon. Now when I played through this, I only ran 2. The card that and I didn't run Trish, which was stupid. I thought I did, and then every time I'd go to make him, I'm like, well, crap. Instead I had, like, something stupid here, and, I think I had, like, 2 of one of these. I forget. But, 3 of this guy's gonna come in handy. At least 2 of them, because if you have 2 on board, they basically, their effects, stack, and then neither of them can be script battle card effects. That comes in handy as a really good wall. So having 3 of them is good. The Gusco Phoenix is good to do some damage. Sky Cavalry Centure, he's good. You can send cards to the hand. He's got decent attack for a rank 2, so why not? Zen Mains and Nightmare Shark, being able to make these 2 Mind Moles or even Junk Synchron isn't that bad. Then on the Synchros, 1 Goyo. You go into Goyo a lot. Annoyingly, it has its OCG effect on here and not its TCG effect, so I have to use an Earth Tuner. That's still highly possible in this deck, because sometimes I'll summon this guy not really thinking, and then I'm going to make it, and I'm like, well, crap. And Barkion, because traps, then for the rank 5, or level 5s, I'm very bad at that today. Frozen Fitzgerald is just a good card overall. It can special summon itself back. Young Warrior can get a bunch of attack. No spells from Beast. Catastor can basically just get rid of problem monsters that aren't dark. The Fabled Unicorn is good. If you have the same number of cards in your hand as your opponent does, negate all spell, trap, and effect monster effects that your opponent and destroy that spell, trap, or monster. This comes in handy. Because it really makes your opponent have to, in a real game, of course, not against the bot, it would really have to make your opponent think about, have their hand amount. If they have 4 cards and I have 3, then they probably shouldn't activate the spell they're about to activate because it would make them match, and then that spell would also get cut. And then 1 Trish comes in handy. So that was the deck I was using. If we go out of here and go to replays, hopefully the OBS scene transfers over. That'd be nice. It did. Alright, so if we go through here, I have a lot of these things. The first one I want to show you is I get the combo, but I didn't win because I'm being stupid. So basically, again, this is the first time I ever used this deck, so it's a little bit tough. And man, this is really slowed down. So I can speed it up a little bit. But I probably can. I'm probably being stupid. Please tell me you can know how to do that. I should have just gotten the video. But yeah. So my main thing going through here was make this guy, use him as a shield because he can be a really good wall, and his tokens can attack you with the highest monster on the field, which can be really helpful when they have Blue Eyes out or something. So yeah, that comes in handy. Then of course he summoned this guy. I was like, no, get out of here, and we went onward. Yeah. For the next match, before I show you the next one, I'll pause the video and go watch it myself and speed it up so that this doesn't happen. Then I summoned Pompoko, set Tan from deck, normal shenanigans. Activated this to be able to get a 3k on board. Something I didn't do enough. I don't know if it comes up here. No. I never really calculated, or I never really thought to check the what is it called? Return of the Dragon Lords in the graveyard, because I'd go to crash with a token, and it's nope, and then my token dies. I don't think it happened in any of the replays, but sometimes it happened, and I was like, no! So yeah, that was a little bit annoying. Here, yeah, he destroys my Pompoko. Then I think he attacks, he attacks my, what's his name, Sendayu? Is this the time where I get a good top deck? No. Air's Arc Sunshine's not bad. Flip him, special, probably, yeah. Him from deck, pop a card, that's the great. There's so many times where you can special summon him from deck. Sadly, if this deck had old Rescue Cat, there's Rescue Cat. If this deck had old Rescue Cat, that would be so amazing, because it would help so much. Being able to just pop cards. Then I made Goyo, normal summoned that guy, what's his name, Pompoko, went to Sendayu, made a 28 token. This is when I really should have had this guy in attack. If I had that guy in attack, I would have won. There's 2 times here where I wouldn't have won yet, but it would have really put me in a better position. And then he Return of the Dragon Lords out alternative, and then, attacked over my Goyo, which sucked. But see, here I could have won, right? Or if I had done the damage last time. But then, no, I'm stupid. So, and then I put these guys both in attack, with that, which was stupid. And then I summoned him, and I didn't check. It was literally on top of the graveyard, so that was my bad. Basically, that's like the combo that you can do with Rescue Cat. Like, even if you use its effect, you can Aerzarch Sunsign it back out, which is really helpful. Yeah, and then we sort of just lose from there. Oh yeah, and then I even get Regeki, but I switch these guys in defense. That's another time where I was just so stupid. But we're going to back this out, and I'll be right back with that other replay. Hey guys, so I'm back, and I have the replay sped up. So in this game, I used Gold Star, put Rescue Cat, do the raccoon thing. And then I magical malleted away some pretty useless cards and got out Soul Charge and Regeki, which is pretty helpful. And then Twin Twisters was meh. I flipped, got out the tuner, summoned out him, and then Regeki just to get that 3k attack in, ended turn. The main reason I liked having that deer there was because that's protection for my guys, so they have to attack, but either way. And that got Rescue Cat to my hand. Rescue Cat's effect allowed me to get 2 of them, which those aren't tuners. I don't know why I tried to use this effect. Got out Goyo, was able to crash with the tuner, attack with 28, and then, looking at his hand, of course he had a ban card because it's OCG, but he had nothing to do. And that's one of the main reasons. But I just thought this replay was cool because it was there, and then, I would be in school. But, I thought this replay was cool because it actually showed me winning with, the deck. But, of course, it's not the best. I thought it would be cool, and even if, this deck by itself isn't terrible, it's decent, and it can do some cool things, and I'm sure I wasn't even running the best version of it. Rescue Cat's really just a cool card that if anyone's running raccoons, sorry for my hair, if anyone's running raccoons, I feel like they're gonna run Rescue Cat. Correct me if I'm wrong, of course, if you're a raccoon player. Tell me what you think about Rescue Cat's new errata, and if you're gonna use it in your deck, or any deck, if you plan on using it. And I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to hit that like button. And if you want to see more videos like this, I'm going to try to put a lot more effort in the future. You get videos. I'm getting a webcam soon, and of course some other things too. So, yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, make sure to hit that like button. And if you want to see more videos, subscribe, because that'd be pretty gosh darn, diddly darn awesome. And I'll see you guys later. Goodbye. Boop!